stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets, the traffic starts jumping. Folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5. For service and devotion, you would think that I would deserve a fair promotion. Want to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. They let you dream just to watch him shatter. You're just a step on the boss man's ladder, but you got dreams he'll never take away. In the same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in and the tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and you never get the credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, yeah, they got you where they want you. There's a better life, and you think about it, don't you? It's a rich man's game, no matter what they call it. And you spend your life putting money in his wallet. 9 to 5, oh, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, yeah, they got you where they want you. There's a better life, and you dream about it, don't you? It's a rich man's game, no matter what they call it. And you spend your life putting money in his wallet. 9 to 5, working 9 to 5.
Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
Hello, I'm back. Have you missed me? Go on. Look, I've got a bit of a sexy voice tonight because my throat's decided to play up this afternoon. So I do apologise, but hopefully it'll add to a bit of ambience of the evening. Anyway, I've got guests tonight. I've been a good girl and I've been out fishing and I hooked 2 people in, and I've got Matt from Wednesday morning's workout coming in. Now, I know he's having a little drive up here. He said he's going to get here about 7. Now, if I put a long track on, it's because I'm letting my guests out and letting another one in. So I do apologise. Right, my guests this evening, let me tell you all about them. First of all, I have Kitty, I've got Kitty Harper and Richard Shaw from Nomad Drama. And they've got do you know last year when I disappeared for 2 nights and I did a 2-night writers special? Well, they've got one going on at Nomad Drama and they've come in tonight to tell us all about it. So I'd like to ask them. Welcome, Kitty, and welcome, Richard. Let me turn you on, dears, otherwise we're never going to get anywhere. Right, okay. Now, they're a bit nervous, so be gentle with them, folks. Thank you very much. Right, Kitty, hello.
Hello.
And this is Richard, hello.
Hello.
And all I can see is the 2 of them through gaps behind my techie stuff, but there you go. Right, and you are from?
Nomad Drama.
Nomad Drama. Would you like to tell us all about Nomad Drama while I just choke?
Nomad Drama is a theatre company which I myself founded back in 2013. I'd just written one of my first stage productions, The Macabre Tales, and I was looking to perform it live, and I thought it would be better to perform it under a company name rather than just, this is a show. So I pulled a production team together and brought in a few directors and some actors, and then we came up, it was actually my brother that came up with the name Nomad. And that's how No Mad Drama was formed. So
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Nomad, is that that's somebody who wanders around a lot, isn't it, Richard? Is it?
That's the idea behind it,
Yeah.
due to their touring nature and using different venues
Yes.
for each performance. So, yeah, it's
Oh,
a
right,
fairly
okay.
apt name, yeah.
yeah.
Yes, this is very good. Brothers are handy sometimes,
are.
Kitty. Aren't they? Yeah, so, right, so are you looking for new members, or are you quite happy? Have you got your lot, or can people come along and join? Or
Yeah, to be honest, we're always advertise every show we do, because what we I should have first. What we actually do is we specialise in new work from new writers. We don't. I mean, we can do shows that everyone's heard of, but we want to focus on new works from new writers and support that industry. So yes, we are always, whenever we got a new project on the go, we are always looking for new members. We always, we're welcome to new actors coming in and auditioning. Anyone who mainly wants to help backstage or
which
stage managers.
Yeah, I was going to say, people think you're going to go, oh, I'll join the theatre and just do a bit of acting, but you need all the background stuff going on.
Absolutely, yeah. You need
Definitely,
everything, yeah. Because at the moment, it's just all the actors doing all the stage handling, and I feel bad for them because that's not their job. But, we're all working together, which is good. But anyone who wants to come, make sets and things like that. I mean, Richard has joined me this year, and he's been absolutely fantastic, because I really needed a producer.
Are you handy with a saw, Richard?
I wish. In fact, my wife wishes I was. As well, yeah. But no. Kitty asked me. We've done some writing together, and for this one, she asked me to be the producer, and I had a little think about it, and I thought, I could quite like a new challenge.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd give it a go. Yeah, and it seems to have gone pretty well so far.
Right. Okay. So are you both? Do you have normal daytime? Like I've got a normal daytime job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mine's very normal. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I work in IT, and
Oh, right,
that's all we need
okay.
to say about it, I think.
Oh right. Oh, you could be handy in a crisis. I'll let Jeff know about it. Yes. Right. Okay. So do new members, or can they just come along? Have they got to have any experience or?
Well, yes and no. I mean, we're open to anyone coming along and giving it a go. Experience helps.
Yeah.
Definitely. We do like people who, do have background in theatre and have been in that environment before. And we do have a lot of people coming up to us and saying, I used to do a bit of acting in school. Do you mind if I... Which we don't mind. If you can act, brilliant. But, we always audition everyone first.
Yeah,
so we can't just take anyone off the street. We want to sort of maintain that professional reputation as much as we can.
Well, that's the thing,
So,
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
It's the same for the writers as well. For this one, we put out a call to anybody who really wanted to write a short play and submit to us, and then Kitty and I reviewed them and chose the best ones.
Yeah.
So and if we do this again, which we're hoping to do next year, then it'll be the same process. So if there are budding writers out there, they can always submit to us.
Right. So if you've got something that you've been, letting go mouldy on your laptop, let's. if you think it's, well, the thing is, you've got to think, is it half decent? If it's half decent, you're on a winner. There you go. Because I'm thinking of doing so. Because I lost my husband to cancer 3 years ago. The listeners know. And at the time, I was thinking about writing down my feelings, but I left it because obviously it was a bit raw then. But now 3 years on, I'm thinking I'd like to do something. It sounds a bit but a bit Shirley Valentine-ish. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
So something that sort of I can put what I went through and how to. So I'm thinking about doing that. But how do I start? Do I just write a few things down and build from that, or?
Well, are you asking how to write?
Yes,
a
I'm
play?
asking them a question now,
Yeah.
a technical question. Yeah.
How do you write a play?
Yeah, how do you
Oh
start?
my goodness. How
Well,
do you start?
Yeah.
Do you
If you've
just
got-
write like
well,
a cloud?
Well, everybody does it differently, I think. I have to have the whole idea in my head
Right,
before I start.
okay,
I can't
yeah.
start off with, okay, I've got a beginning, but I don't know how it's going to end. I often actually have the end first.
Right,
and then I
okay.
can build from that. But other people do it differently. And some people do, they do the charts on the wall and the
Oh,
plots
right,
and whatever.
okay.
I was reading something the other day about a guy who wrote a lot of plays in the theatre and just started writing for television.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
something's coming on the next few weeks. And he said the difference between television is that you have to have a plot, which I thought was interesting.
Yes.
Implying that plays don't necessarily have to have a plot.
Yeah.
But I couldn't
think
quite
that-
work out what he meant. But
I
that
was
is
going to
what-
say,
yeah.
yeah, I don't, yeah.
But yeah, but then and then you sort of I tend to write in sequence, so I'll write I'll write each scene in sequence, but some people will say, okay,
Yeah.
I want to write
everything and then put it together like a jigsaw
yeah.
puzzle sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to write in order. I
No.
never write in order. I usually end up writing the ending first,
Mm.
going back and then starting.
Yeah.
And then as you progress with the story, you'll find the ending changes completely.
Yeah.
I mean, to write a full length play, so we're talking about about 90 to 120 pages.
Mm-hmm.
That can take anything from 4 months to a year to 5 years. But you've got to have the patience.
Yeah.
And you can't force it.
Mm.
You cannot force. I mean, it's an art, isn't it? You can't force art. The ideas need to come to you. They need to flow. So don't. If you are out there, if you are a writer yourself, don't force it out of yourself. Don't worry if it's taking a long time. Be patient with it.
Yeah.
Let it come when it comes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you just got to be very patient with it. You got to have a lot of time on your hands. You have to want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just do it. Oh, I'll give it a go. I mean, well, no. You that's the point of new writers. Like, you have to want to give it a go. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because anyone can do it, but you have to have the determination and the discipline to actually, if you can get it finished, right? If you have 2 pages, and you sit on that 2 pages and don't do anything with it, then that's not really anything, is it? It's just 2 pages. But
it's just 2
If
pages.
you
Get it
can
finished.
If you can finish it, it's an achievement to finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that
Even if
feeling,
nothing
yeah.
ever happens to
Yeah.
it.
It's just you just sit looking
you've
at
done
it. Yeah.
Yes, and it is definitely an achievement.
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
That feeling of getting it finished. Yeah.
Okay, so if you have the urge, don't just do 2 pages, but we won't be impressed. You'll get an E or an F. What is it? An F. Yes. Right. Right. Where do you meet and where do you rehearse? And if people wanted to come along, do they need to give you prior notice, or have you got somewhere they can contact you to say, "Oh, I'd like to pop along and just have a little go"?
Yes. Well, at the moment we are meeting at the Quantum Exhibition Centre in Digbeth. So big shout out to them, because they've been absolutely fantastic with just lending us their rehearsal space and everything. So because I actually did a show there, my last show back in April.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you very much to them for lending us their venue for the evening. So we're rehearsing in Digbeth at the moment. When sometimes we rehearse like in our living room.
There's no better place.
Exactly. I mean,
It's good for the budget.
Well, that's it. Yes, and the carpet.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. But we do, the rehearsal is one of the biggest problems sometimes about the rehearsal space is sometimes the biggest problem about rehearsals, because obviously funding and everything, it costs to rent places out. So you need a budget. You need to specify a budget. But if you have the budget, great. Then just a warehouse somewhere. It doesn't. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't need a massive space to rehearse. It's, as long as it's it's big enough to fit like 15 people in it.
I often think this would be a good play, a radio station, don't you think?
Yeah,
all
definitely.
the different characters.
Absolutely.
But we're very lucky here. We've got a lovely little team, and we do get on very well. But we've had 1 or 2. Let's just say. Characters, yes.
WKRP.
Yes,
Cincinnati.
yeah. But we've had, or even Fraser. Yes,
yes, right, yeah.
Right,
yeah, of
okay.
course, yeah.
Right. Now, do you charge membership? No, this is the gritty question, isn't it?
No. I mean, we only get together when we've got a show to do. So. It's not an official membership as such. It's just the people who are involved in that production at that time.
Yeah.
We don't charge membership. I mean, if people want to sort of research us and look at us, then we're mainly on Facebook. So if you looked at Nomad Drama on Facebook, you'd see our page, lots of photographs. You'd see everything that we're doing on there.
If you want to view our website as well, that's nomaddrama.weebly.com, and everything's on there, our social media and everything. So if you want to contact us, you can contact us through there. You can contact us through Facebook. We're also on Twitter and
and you can also contact us via Solihull Radio now, because if you do forget where we are, just give us a call and we'll tell them the website and
Yeah.
everything to go.
Right.
Right, before we go on to your current project, I'm going to play a bit of Dusty Springfield.
Excellent.
Due to the fact that I was in a play not long ago about her. I wasn't actually Dusty. I was her assistant, and I forgot what her name was. Oh, Pat. Pat, that was it. I had to wear a very blonde wig and cover my curly hair up. The excitement's just too much for a girl. Right, okay, a bit of Dusty Springfield. Here we go. Everybody enjoy.
Take your time and tell me where you lie. I realize that we've been found out. This time we should stand together if we can. But what you plan means there's a difference between what you gonna say in private. You still want my love. We're in this together. What you gonna do in public? Say you were never in love, that you can't remember. So discreet, I've never tried to meet your friends don't interfere. I took a backseat between. And what you gonna say in private? You still want my love. We're in this together. And what you gonna do in public? Say you were never in love, that you can't remember. What you gonna say when you roll back to your wife? I guess it's just the story of life. What you gonna say? So take your time and tell me where did you lie? Or I may publicize that there's a difference between what you gonna say in private. You still want my love. We're in this together. And what you gonna do in public? Say you were never in love, that you can't remember. Tell me what you gonna say in private. You still want my love. We're in this together. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
Right, I'm still here with Kitty and Richard. They haven't gone home. They're stopping for a cup of tea now. That's the thing. And they are going to just tell us about their next project, which is something called Write Off. So I'm just going to put you on, and if you just tell us exactly what Write Off is, And then you can get the pub. Right, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, go on. Yeah, if you'd like to tell us everything about everything you can possibly tell us, do.
Right. How long have we got? Right. So Write Off is it's the first in what we're hoping an annual event of a collection of short plays from new and upcoming writers, and so we're doing 5 short plays, 18th to the 20th of October at the Dove House Theatre.
What time does it start?
It's 7:30 start.
Yeah.
So we're thinking, probably like a 2-hour show, something like that. So we're hoping we've got enough material to fill that. But you know, the rehearsals are going really well at the moment. So
But get there a little bit before, folks, because us theatre folk don't like having to shove you through the door last minute.
Oh, there is a bar. Don't you worry.
Oh,
You get
there's
there
a
early.
bar.
It's fine.
Oh.
You can. Yeah.
Yeah, just
You'll be fine.
don't go upstairs too soon. yes. But no. So but till about 9:30. Will there be an interval in between?
There will be an interval, yeah. So it's our. This is what we want to do because we focus on new writing. We want to support the new writing industry, and that's what this show is all about. So we're hoping to make this an annual event.
Right.
It'll be the first of many.
All right. Okay. So it's on between the 18th and the 20th of October at Dove House Theatre, which is not far from here, actually. It's probably a stone's throw, maybe a little bit more than maybe a boulder's throw. Anyway, either way, if you are looking for... Because I actually, as I say, I disappear for 2 nights, as you know, a year. And I do a similar thing at Hall Green Little Theatre. And I've got to say, it's quite refreshing to do.
It is.
Because it's something that nobody's done before. And... it's just lovely, and you can see the writers. They sit in the audience, and there's a little bit of their chest that puffs out with pride that somebody's doing their work. So I want you to. I'm telling you now. I want you to go along. Do they book tickets on the website, or can they get tickets on the door, or can we just turn?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
You can, if you go to dovehousetheatre.co.uk and look in the What's On section, you will find the ticket links there that you can book tickets for any night. And the box office, if you want to call the box office, it's 0333 666 3366.
A lot of threes there, folks.
I know, it's a nice number to remember. So if you want to book online or book phone the box office, that's fine.
And if they just turn up, can they get tickets on the door?
They can get tickets on the door. That's if we don't sell out, but you know.
Yeah, well, that's it. Well, we want you to go so that they sell out. Yes, yeah. Anyway.
And one more thing.
Go on. Yeah, keep going.
We are doing an after dark on the Friday.
What's an after dark?
An after dark is a meet and greet, a Q&A with the cast and crew. So we'll be holding the curtain open just for, especially for the audience. So if they stay after the Friday show, you will get a Q&A. You can ask all your questions that you want to know, anything you want to know, what goes on behind the scenes. So that's what we're doing on the Friday night.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that'd be quite interesting, won't it?
And the audience also gets to vote for their favourite play. So at the end of it all, the winning writer at the end of the 3 nights with the most votes gets a little trophy as the best writer, because it wasn't originally planned as a competition. We had a name for it, and then we changed the name to Write Off as like a pun on, like a car as a write off. And somebody said, well, that sounds like Bake Off, so is it a competition? One of the writers said, oh, it's a competition then, what do we get at the end of it? And we thought, well, you don't get anything at the end of it, because we hadn't realised, we hadn't thought about a competition. But then the more we thought about it, the more we thought, we'll make it a competition.
Yeah, let's give them something.
And then so we'll leave it up to the audience to vote at the end of each evening, and then collect the results together at the end of all 3 and see who wins.
Well, it sounds as if it's going to be a really interesting night. If I can get along, I will. I'm not gonna promise, because I've got a teenage daughter. Yeah, life. Just generally life is but I'm trying to think what I've got built in. But we've got a bit of a do at Solihull Radio on the 18th. But the Friday, I don't think I'm doing anything. I might pop along. So it's at the Dove House Theatre, and I've got to be there just before 7. Is there plenty of parking?
Yes, there is loads of parking because it's at Langley School.
Right, okay.
So it's right next to the massive car park, the main car park for the school.
Right.
So, there's loads of parking. We've got the mayor coming on. Is it the Thursday, I think?
Is that our
That's right,
flow?
yeah.
Is that our
It
flow?
is, yeah, and,
Yeah.
Her, and her consort.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
we've
Oh
got the
my
mayor
gosh,
coming
you
on.
won't get near her. I tell you from my experience. Anyway, excuse me, folks. Excuse me. Right. Thank you, Kitty, and thank you, Richard, for coming along.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If we can plug anything for you, or you'd like to come on and chat about anything at all, if you do want to come on and talk about your washing, it's fine. But please.
It's a good drying day today.
Yes, it was a good. I'll tell you what, Richard, you are serious. I put mine out. Half hour later. It was in next door's garden. No, not really. It's just that it did dry really quick. You are right. Your wife will be very proud that you said that. Anyway, I am going to put a track on so that I can help Kitty and Richard leave the building. Otherwise, I don't want them to be lost and ringing me and saying, I don't know where I am. So I'm going to leave you with a bit of James Blunt and his Bonfire Heart, if that's okay. And thank you so much for coming on. I'm
Thank
really
you.
grateful.
Thanks very much.
It's a pleasure. It's been absolutely wonderful. Right, here we go.
Your mouth is a revolver, find bullets in the sky. Your love is like a soldier, loyal till you die. And I've been looking at the stars for a long, long time. I've been putting out fires all my life. Everybody wants a flame, they don't want to get burned. And today is our turn. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You light the spark in my bonfire heart. People like us, we don't need that much. Just someone that starts the spark in our bonfire hearts. This world is getting colder, strangers passing by. No one offers you a shoulder, no one looks you in the eye. But I've been looking at you for a long, long time, just trying to break through, trying to make you mine. Everybody wants a flame, they don't want to get burned. Well, today is our turn. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You light the spark in my bonfire heart. People like us, we don't need that much. Just someone that starts the spark in our bonfire hearts. Our bonfire hearts. Our bonfire hearts. Oh, our bonfire hearts. You light the spark. People like us, we don't need that much. Just someone that starts the spark in our bonfire hearts. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You light the spark in my bonfire heart. People like us, we don't need that much. Just someone that starts the spark. a spark in our bonfire hearts.
Fed up with condensation every morning and hate that yucky mould patch in the bathroom? It's time to contact EnviroVent. They've helped tackle mould and condensation dampness in over 1 million homes, just like yours. To find out more and to book a free home survey, visit envirovent.com, because air matters.
Solihullradio.com.
Stagecoach Solihull teaches skills.
In drama, singing and dance.
But these skills don't just vanish when the curtain falls.
They're skills for life, stretching imaginations and improving literacy. For a career in the arts, learning new skills, or just having fun.
So visit our website
www.stagecoach.co.uk/Solihull.
Stagecoach Solihull. Skills for the arts. Skills for life. Yeah!
The Fireplace and Stove Centre, 1204 Stratford Road, Hall Green. Specialists in wood-burning stoves, gas and electric fires with over 50 live displays in the showroom. Come in and experience your new fireplace solutions. Call 0121 777 85 85 for more details.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
Indian Dream on Dove House Parade, Solihull's premier family-run restaurant offering authentic Indian and Bangladeshi cuisine with fresh ingredients and creative chefs. They can provide bespoke dining experiences, eat in or take away. 0121 704 9058.
Solihull Radio.
Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
Right, I'm back and not out of breath. I ran to our security door and let Kitty and Richard out. I think they've got out the building okay. I haven't had a call back. I said to them, when you get to the doors, if you can't get out, come back and buzz the buzzer and we'll. But there you go. That was my first guest this evening. And guess who I've got coming on in a roughly half an hour? He might be here sooner, I'm not sure. I've got our Matt Edwards, who does our 7 till 9 Wednesday workout. He's popping in. He said to me last week, can I come on your show? I went, if you like, if you want to. It's entirely up to you. I mean, I'm not going to force anybody into the... Oh, what happened earlier in the week? I covered Jeff's show, The Legal Hour. Now, I didn't know much about legal stuff, but I sat in a room with a solicitor. Look at me, mixing with the upper crust of society, and discussed legally stuff. But she was very nice, so thank you, Jade, for looking after me, because I was absolutely... I'm not going to lie, I was absolutely petrified. But it was weird. It was weird doing midweek. I don't know whether I like it. I quite like the fact that on Saturdays, I have a bit of a day ahead of me that I can get on and get things done before I come up here, which... I didn't, because when I got in, I had to literally shovel in anything that I could eat. So I settled for a bit of pizza, and then I got straight up to the studio. So I hope I did you proud, Jeff, covering the show. I don't know whether I did or not. I'm sure I'd have heard if I hadn't. But it was weird. It was weird doing in the week. I think you get into a routine and stuff. You'll have to forgive me tonight, folks. For some reason, I've picked up a bit of a tickly throat, so I'm hoping that I actually survive the evening. By the time I go... and pick Jess up from the theatre. Oh, by the way, she was in Alice in Wonderland. I went to see it last night. She was absolutely fantastic. Well, not just Jess, all the cast were absolutely fantastic. I do love Little Hall Green Theatre. Hall Green Little Theatre, I do love it. I do apologise, I'm going to have a little bit of a tickle. Right, you can ring me if you want to. If you want to request something or tell me off or whatever you want to do, you can call me on 0121 704 0185, or you can text me on 075 64 30 30 64, or you can email me studio@solihullradio.com. Now, I had a little rehearsal on Tuesday night before I came on air, and I did it really well, the numbers, without looking, and when we got on air, I messed it up, but there you go. Anyway, those are the numbers you can call me on. If you'd like to request a record, please do. If you'd like to text, please do. I am here at your disposal, as they say. What else has happened this week? Oh, I went to see Jess, as I said, in Alice in Wonderland. I'm going to tell you theatre news. What's on? Right, okay. Let's have a bit of a look at what's on. And then my thought of the day is based around something said to me earlier in the week, and I thought, oh, there you go. There's my thought of the day for Saturday. Was it your thought? Do you want thought of the day or thought of the week? Either way, hopefully I'll leave you thinking about something. Right, every third Thursday of the month between 2 and 3 p.m, 3:30 p.m, 2 p.m. and 3:30 p.m, you can pop along to the Boston Tea Party. And it's on Herbert Road, which is B91 3QE for your sat-nav. And basically, you can go and have a cup of tea and a cake and sit and chat to people who you probably haven't met before. Do you know, there's a lot of interesting people out there. A lot of people have a story that they haven't told. And you can meet people that you didn't even know. I watched a programme on Channel 4 on Monday. And it was, I don't know what it's called. But basically, it's just nursery children going into an old people's home. And it's a bit of an experiment. They're trying to work out whether having young children around older people makes them more confident in their later life. Because there was a lot of elderly people who don't go out, you know, or they're frightened of falling over. Or my mum's one, I don't go out very often because I'm worried about her falling over. But, you know, it's not good to stay in either, is it? And I know when you get to a certain age, you've got the worry of you're not so steady on your legs or whatever. But it's still good to interact with everybody. But there was one lady there, and she'd made friends with a little boy. I can't remember what his name was now. But she made friends with this little boy. And she was in one of those motorised, little bike things that some people... And, you know, by the end of the programme, she'd actually, because she was worried about falling over, she'd actually got off it and used as like a Zimmer frame with wheels to go over to where he was playing on the playground. I've got to say, it was quite an emotion. I was quite emotional when I watched this programme, and it's a beautiful... It's on, I think it's on for about 6 weeks or 4 weeks, but it's on Channel 4 on a Monday at 9 o'clock, and it is... I've set my thingy, my what's-it and my oojit and my thingy-bob to record it because it's such a beautiful programme. Really, really lovely. So I recommend that if you feel like you need to burst your bubble and you can't, watch that programme and it'll help you get all emotional and you can have a bit of a weepy moment. Right, as I say, about 7 o'clock, I think I've got Matt Edwards coming in. Now, poor Matt, Reese knows what to expect. I don't know whether Matt does. Mind you, he's got a similar sense of humour to me. I never thought I'd say that. Yes, anyway, we have got competition going on Solihull Radio. And the competition is, let me just look, to win a family ticket. Now, let me explain this to you really well, because I don't want to say it wrong. That's what I'm worried about. Right, our competition. Then we have 25 family tickets to give away over 25 days for Tudor Grange fireworks display. Now, we are going to be the radio station that's there. So you'll be able to see the faces of the glorious ones that are bringing this transmission to you as we speak. Right, and tonight we are drawing 2 names out of the hat. The reason being is that Nick had such a full show this morning that he couldn't do his. So I said, he texted me and said, can you pull out my name for me, Deb? I said, I will. I said, in fact, I'll do 2. So I'm going to get Matt to do one and I'm going to do the other, if that's all right with you all. And we'll let you know who you are live on air, and then we will put it on our website for you to see, and our Facebook page and our Twitter page and anything else, because you can get us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and see our glorious visions, and you can listen to us on Podbean, you can listen to us on iTunes, you can listen to us on Spotify, and I forgot what the last one is. Oh gosh, I think there's another one. I'll have a look. I'm going to have a look in a minute and see what he is. But either way, you can listen to us because even though we're on live right now, and you might be getting ready to go out for your night out or whatever, you can listen to me again. Because you go onto our website and press the listen again thing, you will be able to listen to us once again. So you'll be able to hear me being legal on Tuesday, which I hope I did all right, and being myself tonight. Because when I was legal on Tuesday, I did put quite a posh voice on. I've just I said to Richard, I do worry. Oh, excuse me. I do worry about being quite brummy on air. And I've just had a very nice compliment. He said, well, you're not that brummy. He said, he said, you can tell you're from Birmingham, but he said, you're not that brummy. So I was quite pleased with that little comment. Thank you very much, Richard. That was very kind of you. Right, I am going to now do a bit of this.
Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
And then I'm going to expose you to a bit of Bryan Adams. Now, this is it. Cloud number 9. Have a listen. Right, now I have a little bit of a quandary between now and here because Matt is actually at the front door. So what I need to do is leave you with another record. I'm going to start you off. I'm going to give you a bit of Nina Simone, Cinnamon, and then see how we go. I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to run. I'm going to run. Here we go. Let's go for it.
Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to? All on that day, will I run to the rock? Please hide me and run to the rock. Please hide me and run to the rock. Please hide me, Lord, all on that day. But the rock cried out, I can't hide you, the rock cried out. I can't hide you, the rock cried out. I ain't gonna hide you down. All on that day, I said, rock, what's the matter with you, rock? Don't you see I need you, rock? Lord, 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 all on that day. So I ran to the river. It was bleeding to run to the sea. It was bleeding to run to the sea. It was bleeding all on that day. So I ran to the river. It was boiling and run to the sea. It was boiling and run to the sea. It was boiling all on that day. So I ran to the Lord. Please help me, Lord. Don't you see me praying? Don't you see me down here praying? But the Lord said, go to the devil. The Lord said.
Do you know, I'm quite proud of myself tonight. Do you know what I've been doing? I've been doorman and radio presenter. And guess who's just arrived? A man in his shorts. What more could a girl want, actually? Our Matt from Wednesday morning's workout. He's usually up. What time do you... Oh, he's bought boxing gloves. I don't know what he thinks is going to happen. Seriously, folks, if I wish you could see this... I don't know what he's got in his rucksack. How rude. Oh, gosh. Oh, he's got foot and pads. This should be quite an eventful evening. Excuse me, if you don't mind. Right, Matt, welcome to my humble little hut. We're doing all right. Yeah, we're doing okay. You see, the thing is, me and Matt have a very similar sense of humour. We've worked that out, and it's slightly worrying because, we don't know what's going to happen tonight. But either way, I've turned Nina Simone off. Do you want a bit more of her? Well, me and Matt discuss because we've got to pull two things out of the hat tonight. We've got to do 2 tickets for the firework display. I've got to tell you what's going on. And generally, I've got a bit of a gravelly voice tonight, Matt. I've had a bit of a what's it? No, most people come onto my show and they get a bit traumatised after they've gone. Really? Yeah, because it's not like the rest of the week, you see. Yeah, but we're all right. He's sitting here and he's got 2 boxing gloves out. He's sitting here in his shorts, very casually cross-legged, I'd like to say. Jeff said me and you will get on really well. There you go. Right, I'm going to put you back onto a bit of Nina Simone while me and Matt discuss we're not going to discuss anything. We're just going to sit and have a chat. I don't know what I'm going to... There you go. Right, she's gone on a bit too much now. I think we'll give her a rest. I've got some good tracks this evening. But that, you see, what you have to do is arm yourself with a long record so that if somebody does come to the door, then you can casually... Well, I'd actually run up there. I did run. There you go. Anyway, Matt's landed. He's got his boxing gloves. I don't know what he thinks. I think that's some sort of form of protection in case anything drastic happens. But he's driven all this way from Coventry, bless him, just to sit with me for an hour, because I'm getting on a bit now, so I need looking after. Anyway, Matt, you are welcome into my parlour, said the spider to the fly. And there is some headphones over there. I think we're all connected up. He's gonna come on. Now, girls, don't get excited, but this man is sat here. Have you cycled here then?
No, I was just drove. These are the only clothes I own. It's just.
Oh, he's one of them cash guys. He's one of them. Right, yeah, let me see which mic you are. I think it's that one. Is it that one?
I'm in.
Oh, there you go. This is Matt. Mate, this is the first time Matt and I have ever met.
Yeah,
we
this is
usually have
great.
a bit of a joke on Twitter. We tweet each other quite a lot.
Yeah, and you're right. With same sense of humour, you can tell. You can tell straight away.
It's slightly worrying, but there you go. So, welcome to my cosy little kitchen.
This is lovely.
As you can see, it's not much of a kitchen. It's more like a room with two mugs in and a...
There's a triffid. There's a triffid over there.
There is a triffid. That's grown. That has grown.
Is there a name for the triffid? Have we named it?
I don't know. What should we call it? It's poking over the top of the screen. So
It is. Alarmingly.
Alarmingly. That's the first time. We've gone quite planty in the new studio. I'd like to... You never went
Right.
to the old
No, I
studio.
never saw the old studio. No.
The
It
old
was,
studio, let's just say.
What
That's
was
all we
it
said.
really? How long were you there?
We were there. We started December the 6th.
Right.
And I've got to say, and the other guys will back me up, so if you want to phone in and back me up, please do. But it was absolutely freezing in the
Was
winter.
it?
We had blankets, we had coats, and Jeff's quite a rugged outdoory type. You know, he's one of them that
Yes,
climbs
yeah.
a mountain before breakfast, one of them.
Right.
And even he had his coat on, so it must have been cold.
Wow.
And we'd sit there, and I was
Must
like,
be bad.
like
It's
that.
always toasty in here.
It is, and we haven't got the heating on yet.
Wow.
So when the heating's on,
You're spoilt.
I know we're going to be. Why have you bought boxing gloves? Are you planning to do something?
Absolutely, I reckon.
Because this is Matt, who I've thrown the gauntlet to. You see, because I figured that I need. I don't know what come over me when I said it,
No,
but there
bad
you go.
move, bad move.
Yeah, it was a bad move because you are a personal trainer, aren't
That's
you?
right. Yes, yeah, that's what I do. That's my day job.
That's your day job. My day job's teaching assistant, which is probably on the par with being a personal trainer.
Yes,
to be
the
fair.
same level of
Fitness, because you don't
and,
sit still. Yeah,
protection.
Yeah.
You might have to borrow my boxing gloves.
Yes, well, I don't know, they're a bit big. Anyway, what's happening in Solihull? I better tell you a few things that are happening. We've got Frank Bruno. Actually, there you go, Matt.
Oh.
On Thursday the 18th of October at 7 o'clock, Frank Bruno is being interviewed. An evening with Frank. What do you mean, Harry? At the St John's Hotel on the Warwick Road, Solihull. And I think he's having a little chat with people and generally talking about his life because he's had a bit of a rough life, hasn't he?
Yes, yeah. He's suffered with depression.
Yeah.
And
do you think that was all connected with being beaten around the head
could
by
have been,
Evan?
yeah. There is some evidence, I think, that consistent brain injury can cause that.
Because that one boxer, he got permanent brain damage, didn't he? See. So next time you hit your husband round the head with a frying pan, we don't recommend that.
That's it. This is why we forget things so much. You see, it's the
Well, I just thought it was me that forgot everything. Apparently, it's a sign of unusual intelligence if you forget things a lot.
Oh, really? Because brains. That's it. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go with that. I'll take that.
Have you seen that film Lucy? I was telling my listeners about it last week. Lucy.
Don't think so.
Well, the first primate skeleton they discovered was a female.
Yes, I've heard of the...
And they called her Lucy.
The specimen, Lucy,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's a film called Lucy, and it stars Scarlett Johansson.
Right.
And
not as Lucy.
Yeah, her name's Lucy in the film. Not as Lucy the primate, no. But in the film, she's used as a drug mule by the triads. You know, them people you don't want to mess with in China.
Right, yeah.
And they sew a drug into her tummy. and she gets kicked in the stomach and the bag bursts.
Gosh, right.
And it gives her pseudo-intelligence because we
Right.
only use 10 to 15% of our brains
Right,
in normal
yes,
life.
I've heard that. Right.
And it makes her brain 100%.
I think I'm only running at about 1%.
Well, I was going to say, yes.
10%, showing off.
Well, I'm glad you're running at 1% because I'm not even there yet. Right, okay. And what else is happening? Oh, the tickets for Frank are £50, are roughly about £50 each. But you see, he is quite famous. You know Frank Bruno? Yeah. Well, £50 each. And you can contact people on 077 03 826 931 and book a ticket. I think probably it would be a very interesting evening. Do you know my first hour's nearly gone already? What's going on? You can call me on, or Matt if you'd like to talk to Matt in his show. 0121 704 0185 or text on 075 64 30 30 64 or email at the studio at solihullradio.com. Those are all options for you to get in touch, request a record. Generally, well, don't abuse us. We don't need that. Not at my age, you don't, because you might get it back if you do. Right, okay. Matt and I, after 7 o'clock, are going to be pulling 2 names off the Facebook, and you will be winners of a family ticket for the firework display because we're going to be there. Will you be there that evening?
Yeah, definitely hoping to be there.
Woolly hat.
Is that the 3rd of November?
I think it might be.
Great.
Woolly hat required.
Yes.
Maybe thick.
Also shorts?
Yes, maybe shorts. Oh, well, how rugged is that? It's like sitting in the room with the SAS.
Oh,
right, okay. Yes, we need woolly hat, a coat, Solihull radio hoodie, just for effect. But my coat will be over it, so you won't know who I am. And I think we may be coming amongst you with a microphone. Well, not just me and Matt. I mean, I think there'll be a few of us. Because we do move as a collective. We're like the Borg on Star Trek. That's what we are.
Like fireworks.
Oh, yes, and doing
Good fun.
fireworks, yes. Oh, it's Matt. I thought somebody WhatsApped him and he's just texted me 2 smiley face. Here you are. Thank you. So, he broke my neck running down the stairs. Right, okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another track on. And do you know what? It's Boy George. Now, I keep getting conflicting reports of Boy George. I keep going, this is his new single. This is his new single. This is his new single. So, I didn't know which one was which. So, I'm thinking this is off his new album. It's called Let Somebody Love You. And it's quite reggae-ish. It's quite Boy George's. So, we'll see how it goes. And then we'll come back on. I'll give you my thought of the day. And then we'll be drawing 2 people out for. Now, it's going to save you loads of money because I think they're all family tickets we're giving away. Right, let's try a bit of Boy George.
I am a poet in New York City. You can see your face in my shoes. I'm young and I'm alive. I've got nothing to lose. A dream, a book, a lie, a kiss. So much to resist, and then I find you. I am fire, you are water. Nothing we can do. I walk into the room and light your fuse. Love is revolution. War and famine too. Feel the hunger in your heart. Let somebody love you. Let somebody love you. Now I'm in the wilderness, somewhere in the heart of Spain. You flies it up with a smile, says sing it again. A dream, a book, a lie, a kiss. So much to resist, and then I find you. I am fire, you are water. Nothing we can do. I walk into the room and light your fuse. Love is revolution. War and famine too. Feel the hunger in your heart. Let somebody love you. somebody love you. Driving the record, a boy or a girl in your head. Could it be something I did or something you said? Driving the record, a boy or a girl in your head. When the two sevens come together, I'm gonna love you forever and ever. I'm fire, you are water, nothing we can do. Love is revolution, war and famine too. Feed the hunger in your heart, let somebody love you. Let somebody love you. Let somebody love you alive.
Right, that was a bit of Boy George. And that's his. Well, we keep eating. I'll tell you what, Matt. We keep hearing conflicting reports of what records are coming off that album. So I don't know whether that's his new one or whether it's his old one or whether
Nice,
it's
though.
in between. It's all right, isn't
Very
it?
nice, sort of bit more summery kind of track. As winter approaches, something a little bit.
Yeah, throw the
summery.
coals on the fire.
Absolutely.
Right, okay. Right, now, before I give you my thought of the day, which you know I like to do, it isn't as. Well, I don't know. I'll let you know. Let me know what you think. Right, okay. So, Matt and I have done a little bit of perusing of the Facebook. Now, don't get excited. Let me just get my thought up so I know what I'm doing. Drum roll. Right, here we go. Right, we picked two to win a start because Nick didn't have time to do his this morning because he had stage coaching or stage. Yeah, he's stage coach. Yeah, anyway, he had them. So, Matt and I have picked Siobhan Rumley, and she picked one of my favourite films ever and one of my favourite soundtracks, P.S. I Love You, and it was Galway Girl. Well done, Siobhan. You have won yourself a family ticket for the Tudor Grange firework display. I know you're running around. You're probably up the wallpaper right now with your nails, aren't you? Right, okay. And the other fellow, we went boy, girl. Girl, boy. Boy, girl. Right, okay. And the other person we picked was Philip Stephen Smith, and he picked the soundtrack for The Lion King. That one. Yeah. Anyway, so well done, Philip. Philip, you have won a family ticket for the firework display as well. So that's two people tonight who have won family tickets. We will be in touch to let you know how, when and why you can pick up your contraband. And we will be there at the official radio station for Tudor Grange firework display this year. I'm hoping there may be a hunky fireman hidden in the, with his hose ready in the corner of the field somewhere, waiting for me to drop into his life, Matt. What do you think?
Yeah, it's got to be worth a shot.
Well, it has. Anything's worth a shot at my age. Anyway, right. Okay, I'm thinking we'll have another little chat with Matt and then I'll give you my thoughts of the day. Right, Matt.
Yes.
How did you... Oh, did you hear that? Hello. How did you get into personal training?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, when I was about 30 or so, all those years
just
ago.
Ask how old you are?
42.
Oh my God, he's well pickled, girl. Sorry, carry on. Yes.
Well, yeah. So when I was 30, I was about to get married, and I led up to that point a very unhealthy lifestyle. So I was sort of very overweight, and I smoked, and I sort of drank and stuff. And
you want to see him? You wouldn't have thought any. He was a bit of a naughty boy. Go carry on.
And well, I sort of thought, well, I'm getting married in 8 months. So in the January, I kind of quit smoking and joined the gym, and so I thought I'll try and slim down for the wedding photos. And
what job were you doing at this point?
Oh man, I was at the time. Have you ever heard of something really boring called Six Sigma? This is going to bore you. You'll be asleep if I tell you about it.
Six Sigma.
Six Sigma.
Maybe
yeah.
I don't know.
I was. It's like a process improvement thing for companies. So they send a Six Sigma analyst into it. This is so boring.
Yeah.
They send a Six Sigma analyst into a department, in an ailing department in a company, and they get you to look at all the processes that are occurring in that, and they try and improve the performance. But it's just such a dull job.
Stagnant.
absolutely gone.
Oh, yes.
And it was there was not very much human interaction and things like that. So when I started doing a bit of training and kind of lost a lot of weight, but made lots of mistakes along the way, in that process of kind of losing weight, I kind of fell in love with helping other people do the same thing, and I quite enjoyed that. People were starting to ask me how I was doing it, and I kind of really enjoyed dishing it out to other people. So I kind of quit my job, retrained as a fitness instructor, worked in a gym for a few years, and then started working for myself.
Oh, excellent. And I have actually lost 2 stone.
Nice. Since when?
I had a bit of a stressful, after hubby died, I had a bit of a stressful time. And then I just couldn't eat. I just physically, I'm one of them, I'm not a comfort eater.
Yes.
I'm one of those people that when I'm stressed, I don't eat. That's it.
Absolutely.
And people worry about me then because I literally just stop eating.
Did you find before that your weight was generally stable?
Yeah, and it stayed. And I've read a little article today and I'm thinking, because I'm only 5 foot.
Right.
And I read this article. Apparently, smaller people find it harder to lose weight. I don't know whether that's a fact or not. I don't know.
Interesting.
But I just found that I couldn't shift it. But then when he was going through chemo and that, when chemo patients, they seem to they can't eat a lot, but they eat like rubbish, which is basically takeaways and that, because that's what they fancy.
Is their sense of taste diminished as well?
Yeah.
Right.
And then they fancy that. So rather than you cooking something, you think, oh, I'll have a takeaway.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I don't eat potatoes anymore, bread, stuff like that. And I found that so I've stabilised now. I'm size 10. I'm happy.
Brilliant.
I'm absolutely fine.
That's really good going.
Yeah, and I think for 55, I've got a 29-inch waist.
Brilliant.
And I've done really, and I've got me weighted hula hoop.
Oh yeah, they're brilliant. I had to go on one of those.
Oh, I love
one of my
it.
clients does a lot of that stuff.
Well, I'm not going to lie. When I first did it, I had a black ring round with the bruise around my waist.
Wow,
literally.
You must have done it loads.
And then now,
Fantastic.
I try and do a bit every night.
Brilliant.
I've failed the last couple of weeks because I've been busy, but I will get back into it.
Yeah, I must admit I wasn't very good.
Yeah, but I do like it. And now I've
Good
discovered that I could do a lighter hula hoop, which I was quite proud of. Because one of the children said, Mrs. Donnelly, can you do hula hoop? And I went, well, I'll have a go.
So
anyway.
are the lighter ones much quicker? You have to be a bit faster.
Well, it's just the fact with the weight. See, it sounds silly, but the weighty ones are much bigger, and I think the weight actually holds them up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah, so you have to be a bit. Your coordination would have to be a bit better, a bit smoother.
Yeah. So I've worked out via Solihull Radio actually that each track you play is roughly 4 minutes long.
Right.
So if you play 3 tracks, that's 15 minutes hula hooping.
That's great. So you could bring it in.
Yeah.
Good idea. So if I come in on a Wednesday and it's all sort of smashed to bits.
Yeah. I don't think Jeff would be very happy. I think he might have something to say about that. Don't worry, Jeff. Don't panic. Sit down and watch the X Factor. You're all right. I'm not going to come in. Right, now, I'm going to give you my thought of the day while Matt has 5 minutes rest because the poor bloke's run up the stairs and landed right in me. Right, okay, so my thought of the moment. Oh, that's what I decided to call it, a thought of the moment. Right. I was asked earlier in the week how I've managed to move on since losing hubby and how I have the confidence to act and present a radio show. Well, it's not about having well, I suppose it is partially about having the confidence, but the other thing it's about is not wanting to stagnate and live in that little world that it would be easy to live in of grief. So what I decided to do, that I was going to discover who I was, because when you're in a couple, you sort of become each other in a way, and you don't mean to. It's just something that naturally happens, and then when one of them, like as you know, Sean passed away, you suddenly it's like somebody's cut your arm off, and you don't know what. Oh, I don't know who, and I didn't know who I was as a person. So with doing the radio and doing acting and whatever, I've discovered how to build a new me, know who I am as a person, and improve my life for me, not just for me, but for my daughters as well. You know, I mean, I think that's important. And I've discovered that I wanted to know who I was as a person, as an individual, and I wanted to know that I could run with it and not just stagnate, because I haven't got it in me to be in perpetual grief. I haven't got it in me. It's just not in my personality. It's took a strength to do what I had, and I've got to say, if somebody said to me 12 months ago, you are going to apply for a radio station job and you will get that job, I'd have said no way, because the inner me wouldn't have done it. The nervous person in me would not have done it. But what I decided to do was go for it, and I just went for it, and it's worked out really well. So my thought of the day for you is, if you don't try, you'll never know. And if I hadn't tried to do what I have done, I would have always wondered. So if you're sitting there and you've got, like we had guests on earlier, you've got a play that you've written and you're thinking, oh, I don't know what to do with it, send it to them. If you've got something that you really want to do, like Matt did with his personal training, with like I've done with this, you've got to grab it. You've got to grab life, because you don't know how long you're going to be here. You could walk out there tomorrow and the proverbial bus will come along and that'll be you gone. And what have you done? I don't want to be on my last day on this mortal coil and think I hadn't done anything. So what I'm saying is, if you want to do it, go for it. What's the worst that can happen? Somebody can say no. So you just get up, dust yourself off and go for it again until somebody says yes. So that is my little thought of the day. I am going to play you some Beatles, and then, it'll be nearly time for adverts. There you go. Oh, a bit of loving.
I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. Darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, ooh, all my loving, I will send to you.
Oh, the Beatles have finished. They caught me unawares. Oh my gosh, me and Matt I'm going to tell you what we were talking about now. Hang on a second. I've got my big hair wig on tonight, so it's all what's it. Right, Matt and I are just discussing how we got into the radio. How did you get into the radio then?
Well, you know Jake, who does the Wednesday rock show?
Oh, right, yeah, with all the hair.
Yes, yeah. Well, he's one of my personal training clients.
Oh, we see.
Yeah, train him.
I've only seen a blurred picture of him on our website with his hair.
Yeah, he's and he was sort of telling me that he did, and I just thought that's such a brave and cool thing to do, and I just sort of thought, wonder if they'd be interested in like workout music and talking about fitness and weight management, things like that. And so I emailed Jeff, and got talking to him, and he sort of, here we are.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I was just saying to Matt that it's an ongoing it's like somebody's give you a piece of clay and said make something. What do you want to make? Well, I don't know what I want to make. Maybe I want to make a pot. No, and you sort of, what you do is you mould it to yourself.
Right.
And yeah, I tried various things, and I remember saying to Jeff once, I don't know whether this is working for me. So he called me in one Sunday afternoon, and we had a little chat. And he said, what about this idea, Deb? What about that idea? What about this? What about that? So I took his list, and I got home, and I thought, I like that idea, because it was his idea about, because I'm into positive thoughts and affirmations. I'm into all that stuff, because that's the way I've got through since Sean died. I've sort of moved with my life with that, because otherwise, if you think negatively, you're not going to get anywhere. Absolutely. And so that was the way I moved. And I thought, I like that idea. And then he suggested something else. And then he suggested we do horoscopes. But I thought that's going to take forever, because you're going through every horoscope. That's going to take forever and ever. And gradually over time, it's sort of moulded into me. And I actually said to my daughter the one night, I don't know what my presenting style is. She said, Mum, just be yourself. And that's all I've done. I come in and I sit here like, as if you were coming round to my house.
That's what it sounds like. It just sounds like, a friend that's talking to you, and that's
what I wanted.
It's a nice sort of warm. It's a very warm.
A lot of people have
feel.
said that, and I'm so pleased with that, because that's what I wanted. I wanted people to listen to me, and I interview in the same way.
Right.
So I might say to you, what's your favourite colour? And you'll go blue, and I'll go, well, why do you like blue? And then I'll leave you to talk about why you like blue.
I see.
And that's what I did with Georgie Mosley the other night. Harry Mosley's mum. I went to the cancer centre she runs.
Yes, yeah.
And I said, my original question was, why did Harry pick to make bracelets? And she spoke to me for 30 minutes in between me talk. And that was it. And I played it to Jeff the other week, and he said to me, that is a really nice interview. And I thought, that's lovely. I really was really pleased with that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so that's how I interview now. I just think to myself, I can't be, see, the thing is, Matt, I can't be anything I'm not.
No, exactly.
And I can't pretend to be. And I'm not going to be one of those people who sits there and goes, right, Theresa May. And no, I can't do it. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm
I
the
struggle.
sort.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just think the secret of it is to be yourself.
Right, that makes sense. And so over time, over the months, you've just forged it into something that's just all about, how you see the world. And
But you mustn't worry on a Wednesday morning. What you need to do is just be you got more sense of humour. You're on a winner already. And just be yourself.
Right.
And because people like it.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's more fun then, isn't it, when you...
Well, that's it. I mean, like in January, I'm doing a 2-night play, so I've said to, I usually say, can somebody cover me? Which, because it's Saturday night, people tend to not want to.
Yes, yeah.
Because they're going out, or they're doing all the watching Strictly.
So
I know I'm up against Strictly.
So what are you playing? Who are you playing?
I'm in a new writers thing, so it's just, I don't know yet.
Oh, right.
So you go in, they give you a script, you practice 2 rehearsals, and then you go, and they go, right, we're going to do this such and such a night, and you go, oh, okay.
Right.
But I did one last year where I was, we were a married couple, Tony and I.
Right.
And I had to talk up, I had to talk like that.
Really?
For 20 minutes. I was like, it's finished, like this. But I've done quite a few plays.
Wow.
Which I wasn't planning to do.
Right.
That was the other thing when Sean passed away. What do you want to do with your life? That was what the director at the theatre said. What do you want to do with your life? And I looked at him and I went, I don't know, Roy.
Wow.
I said, I feel like my life's ended as I know it. And he went, well, what do you think you'd like to do? And I said, I don't know, Roy, and then I went, I really don't know, Roy. And I stood in the car park and I was crying. I was trying to put something in my boot at the time, and I was thinking, I bet he thinks I'm a right sap. And he said, well, come to new members night. So I did. And I've done 8 plays now.
Wow. So you're basically just doing all the scary stuff.
Yeah, well, they say that, don't they?
Yeah.
Every day you should do something that scares you.
Yes, yeah. Heard that.
The one thing I haven't done that scares me, and I must do it, I've got this great fear of heights.
Right, okay. Yeah, that's a hard one to
That
try
and
and push through that to...
It's the
know.
feeling you get
Yeah.
inside, when you're up there and like I had to change a bulb the other day. I mean, it's a bulb. I'm in the ceiling, I'm on the ladder and I've got my Jess holding my legs. I said, no, if I bend from the knee down,
Right.
I'm liable to headbutt you. But
I see. So how many Donnellys does it take to change light bulb? 2?
yeah, well, 2. Well, I have got 4 daughters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have got 4 daughters. 3 of them have left home. I can't think why. And 4 grandsons and a granddaughter.
Wow.
Yes, I've done quite well actually. I think I've done all right. Considering I've got in with Solihull Fire Station via Solihull Radio.
So you're
The dog handles.
Worming your way in.
I'm worming my way everywhere. I'll tell you. Sorry, I had to have a sip because I've got a bit of a tickly throat and I don't want to upset you. Oh, there's that noise again, techie guys. Have you heard that noise?
Yeah,
Have you had that noise happen to you?
I think I did have that the other Wednesday.
It happened on the legal hour and I was thinking, what is that noise?
Is it an update
It might
notification
be.
or something?
It could be. Oh, you see. You're listening to this techie because I'll tell you. Anyway, so, yes, that was it. But I do think that you need to not... I just think that there's too much to do.
Mm.
And life... I know it sounds awful, but when somebody dies, you sort of think that's the end. But it's not the end, really. And it's only the end if you let it be the end.
Right.
I find life quite exciting.
Right.
In fact, I've had a couple of dates, and between you and me and the listeners, it's me that's done the running because I've developed an independence and a confidence, and I do what I want to do when I want to do.
That's really interesting because something you said earlier on about your identity, really, when you're together for so long, and now you're sort of having to explore all that, on your own, and seeing actually who you are, finding out who you are, and what your identity is through all the things that you're doing.
And I'm sure I'll meet a very nice man, but it scares me the thought of losing that.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
It's really valuable, yeah.
It scares me that somebody's going to come along and go, right, I like you very much.
Yes,
But I don't want you doing this and I don't want you doing...
Absolutely.
I need somebody who understands that I love my radio.
Yes, yeah.
I love doing a bit of acting. And there may be nights where I think, well, I'm not in the mood for your company this evening. I don't really want you around. So really, I suppose I want somebody who's an adventurer, who does his own thing, climbs mountains or whatever, and we meet in the middle and have a good old time and then go and do whatever we were doing.
A bit like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, or Bear Grylls. He's quite nice, isn't he, Bear?
Bear Grylls.
Bear, I can't imagine me shouting that in the park, though. Bear!
Yeah, it's a good point.
Coffee Bear! No. Do you think that's his real name?
Probably not. It might be Terry or
Des. Or something.
Obscene.
Yeah, something obscene. Yeah, maybe he called himself.
Des Grills.
Yeah, Des Grills.
Sounds like a sort of a posh restaurant.
But he annoyed me because I thought to myself, I didn't realise, when he does his island, he's only staying in a hotel somewhere. Well, they're all roughing it.
Too right, that's all right.
In their shoes made out of bras and stuff. He's got a good old life, right? I should put some adverts on. I'll just do some adverts right now. While we, it's ever so warm in here tonight. I thought it was me.
Fed up with condensation every morning and hate that yucky mould patch in the bathroom? It's time to contact Envirovent. They've helped tackle mould and condensation dampness in over 1 million homes, just like yours. To find out more and to book a free home survey, visit envirovent.com, because air matters.
Solihullradio.com.
Stagecoach Solihull teaches skills
In drama, singing, and dance.
But these skills don't just vanish when the curtain falls.
They're skills for life, stretching imaginations and improving literacy. For a career in the arts, learning new skills, or just having fun.
So visit our website
www.stagecoach.co.uk Solihull.
Stagecoach Solihull. Skills for the arts. Skills for life. Yeah!
The Fireplace and Stove Centre, 1204 Stratford Road, Hall Green. Specialists in wood burning stoves, gas and electric fires with over 50 live displays in the showroom. Come in and experience your new fireplace solutions. Call 0121 777 85 85 for more details.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
Indian Dream on Dove House Parade, Solihull's premier family-run restaurant offering authentic Indian and Bangladeshi cuisine with fresh ingredients and creative chefs. They can provide bespoke dining experiences, eat in or take away. 0121 704 9058.
Solihull Radio.
Right, Matt has just Googled Bear Grylls. That sounds a bit bad, doesn't it? Maybe I should have refrained from saying that. He hasn't actually Googled, but he's looked on Google. That's better. Right, okay. Apparently his name is Edward. Sorry, girls. Let you down on that moment. But we did work it out that he's probably his mum when he was little. He'd come to Mummy Bear. and he did. He toddled over in his little nappy. And then all life, his whole life has been called Bear now.
His reputation's been diminished probably from that.
Yeah, I wonder if he's got a hairy back. Oh no, let's not go there. Right, okay. Resorts World at by the NEC. You know that place. I've never been there. Have you been there yet?
No, no.
It's got designer shops, hasn't
Resort World. No, I've not been there. I think my wife's been there, possibly.
Bear Grylls
Right.
thing is there. His new adventure. You know.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's. I'll tell you something about it. One of the ladies at work went. Basically, it is like a big assault course in the air.
Right.
And it apparently it can take you a day to do the whole thing.
Wow.
I'd like to go just to see
Sounds
this.
good.
Get to the top, and if you want to, not that I'm recommending this dear listener, you can dive into a tank, and it's actually got sharks in it. I don't think they're great whites,
No.
you know, but I think you're probably talking, little, carp size ones. But yeah,
Wow.
if you want to. But apparently it takes you all day to do it. I don't know whether that's right. Well, two of our Ruth went and Matt Gupwell went. So
Right.
we'll have to find out what their report was on it. But one of the women I work with said she went. She said it's really impressive.
Sounds good.
I know. Maybe that's week. Me and you could do that for charity. What do you reckon?
We could do that.
Me and Matt, that's it. Do you know, I keep putting myself in it with this bloke. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, maybe me and Matt could do it for some charity.
Yeah, I don't like the thought of jumping onto small sharks. I don't know.
Well, I think they'd move out the way before we
hopefully.
landed. I don't think
As
they'd
long as
hang
they
round.
get some kind of...
Is that whale still in the Thames?
Oh, the... what sort of whale was it? I think...
A beluga,
a
wasn't
beluga
it?
whale.
A
Yeah, that's right.
beluga.
Trip to London.
Yeah, trip to London. Me and Matt's going to be very busy in the next few months. Sorry, Mrs. Matt. But it's like poor Reeves, his wife. Don't know.
Really?
Are you going on a show with Debs? And he goes, yeah, I'll see you next week. Then she goes, right, okay. So they're recruiting at Resorts World, and you need to get in touch with them if you are eager to work and you're willing to do a bit about it. Then contact rwb.co.uk and give in your details. I don't know what they're going to ask you. But apparently they're looking for people for the casino and various retail places and whatever else is up there, bars and stuff. So if you need it, if you're thinking I need to get and do some work, then get in touch with them. And the other thing that's happening at the NEC between the 2nd and the 4th of November is the Wellbeing Festival. So you can go there and or whatever you want to do. It's £12 for a one-day entry or for adults and £10 concession. So if you take Nan, your Nan, wheelie thing, she can sit there and as well. And children under 10 are free. No, under 15 are free, sorry, beg your pardon. So any details, contact the NEC website. And I know it's not in Solihull, but I think I better give this a message, and I need to know when the Solihull one's opening. Birmingham's Frankfurt's Christmas market opens on the 15th of November to the 20th. Oh, we can't believe we're talking Christmas.
Wow, already.
And that's the first time I've mentioned it on air. That's quite traumatic.
It is. Everything, all the seasonal aisles at Tesco's and stuff, they've got their Christmas stuff in. They've had it for about 4-6 weeks now.
I might do it early this year and get it out the way.
I'm never that organised.
Well, I'm a bit lost this year because I've got 5 grandchildren and they've shut Toys R Us, haven't they?
Oh yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to. Don't like. See, the thing is, it's all right online, but you don't know what you're getting.
No.
And it might come and you think, oh, it's a bit of. I'm not bothering with that. I don't want to.
How old are your grandkids?
5, 4, 3, and hold on a minute. No, I've got 2 that are 5, 1 that's 4, 1 that's 3, and I've got a little 6 months old little granddaughter. Yeah.
Congrats, that's awesome.
Oh, I know. She was the first Solihull radio baby.
Really?
Yeah. She was born just after. We went on air on December, and she was born in the January. So she was originally. Aisha was the first Solihull radio baby, which was lovely.
That's really cute.
Yes. So and she's a little chubby now. Little chubby legs she's got on her. But somebody said to me, "Would you have any more children?" No, I wouldn't. And B, have you got children, Matt?
No. Managed to avoid the. It's not my thing.
No, because they do.
I like kids, but
yeah,
I mean,
I've
got
give back.
Yeah, that's right. So I've got a niece, Seren, who's absolutely lovely. I'm a really good kid as well. Really nice, a really nice person. She's 6, and a really nice person, but great to sort of in small doses.
Yes, you can just shove her back.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough. Behave. I don't want to. No. Yes, I know that thing. See, it's what's this? Originally, I didn't actually. I shouldn't say. Sorry, girls. I do love you to bits now, but I didn't want children.
Right.
I wanted to join the Navy. That's what I wanted to do.
Really?
Yeah, and I never got. It just never happened. It was one of them things in life that just never happened. So consequently, I've never really got rid of my wanderlust.
Yes. Yeah.
So now I am thinking that when I can semi-retire, that I will do a bit of travelling. But I'm hoping that I can do it coinciding with the radio. Do a bit of a Bridget Jones, except don't take the magic mushrooms, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely, God.
You know what I mean? And just,
Where are you going to go?
Anywhere. My big thing is, me and my friend want to go to India.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to go.
Yeah, because we watched Marigold Hotel.
Yeah, brilliant.
And it just sort of, and then watched the one on the BBC too. And we thought, right, yeah, we've got to go just for the experience.
Great people, everything they seem so welcoming in there. And
well, that's it. And apparently it's a flood of the senses, which I'd like to experience. So yes, that's what we're doing. Right, what time is it now, Matt? Oh, it's 7:30 already. Wow. I will come back. I'm gonna put another track on. We're gonna play the new Ollie Murs song, which I'm not sure about Ollie.
No, I'm never that fussed about Ollie.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've never been overly, no disrespect, Ollie, you're probably a very nice man, but no, he's not somebody who's actually struck me as. But I'm going to play his new one because it's featuring Snoop Dogg. Why I thought that, I don't know, but it's quite good. But as I say, I'll play that and then we'll have a little bit more of a chat and I'll give you some theatre news. There we go. Here we go.
Big Snoop Dogg. You know we about to make moves. You did. I walk in the club like $1,000,000. First I hit the bar for a couple of shots. Wink at the beautiful women, I think I'm making them blush. Then I spill my drink trying to cover it up. Got the dad dance moves, staying ready for them. Got the Batman groove, go steady on them. Hey, senorita in a beautiful dress. Do ya wanna dance? She's telling me yes. I got confidence in myself, but that's just tequila giving me help. Trying to cover it up so you never tell. I feel like dancing with you. It's your moves, baby. Cause I can't dance in the way that you do. But I got that love that you ain't used to. Hey. And when the DJ's spinning that song that we grew to, oh my, come and teach me how to dance. Slow down. DJ play that track, checking my kung fu kicks like I'm under attack. I wave my arms like this from front to back. But you never seen a bad mother dance like that. Then you beckon me in with a kiss on the lips. Jump it to the middle, come and wiggle your hips, my love, take my hand, I'll give you a spin. Step one, step twice, let the party begin. I got confidence in myself, but that's just tequila giving me help. Trying to cover it up so you never tell. I feel like dancing with you. It's your moves, baby, 'cause I can't dance in the way that you do. Yeah. But I got that love that you ain't used to. Hey. And when the DJ's spinning that song that we grew to, oh my, come and teach me how to dance. Dance to the rhythm of the D.O. G and the thug. Watch how I be in the club. Looking, staring, daring, comparing. In my book they say sharing is caring. So give me your taste and make your hips just dip to the bass.
Right, I'm going to turn Ollie off because I don't know whether I'm actually into that song, but you know he's had a bit of a go. I've aired him a little bit. Right, Matt has just said. How many records have I got left? Right, Matt has just said to me, put a track on and we'll put the boxing gloves on and you can have a little bit of a go. I mean, what? Excuse me, if you don't mind. I said, all right then. So, it's a shame somebody's not here to film this because it could be quite interesting. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you what's going on at the core. I'm going to put a track on. Now, so when I'm out of breath, when I come back on, don't laugh, it's not funny. Right, okay, so what's going on at the core? The core. Right, okay. On October the 14th, we have the Fairport Convention, which is folk rock giants. Now, apparently, I do remember, because I'm a 60s child, something about them, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Maybe it's something that dipped above my radar, but there you go. On the 17th, we have Keep the Home Fires Burning, a musical set in World War One. Now, you know, dear listener, that this is my favourite era, the 1940s and the Tudors.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, two of them things I'm really...
Right.
But I like 1940s fashion. I think it's so...
It's so cool.
It is, isn't it? All the
Yeah.
men wore suits and the women looked like women, didn't they?
Yes, yeah, brilliant era.
And the victory rolls in your hair. Oh.
Superb. Very,
Yes.
very cool.
Well, Matt will verify that I have got very wild hair. So how you get this in a victory roll, I really don't know. But there you go. Right, on the 18th. Now, this could be quite a good night. The upbeat Beatles, and it's a multimedia projection.
Right.
Quite
Sounds good.
like, yeah, so, you know, if you're interested, go on. And then on the 19th to the 20th, it's all right, I ran out of breath there. Right, okay. On the 19th to the 20th, the world-famous Elvis show with Chris Connor. Now, Chris Connor doesn't sound very Elvis. I'm sure he puts a wig on and he got the leather. They all go for that.
Yeah. Saw a good one at Coombe Abbey.
Did you?
Yeah, last year I think it was.
Yes.
Very good. But yeah, you're right. There's, I mean, the one that we saw at Coombe, it was, he really made an effort. I think he'd had plastic surgery as well a little bit to look like, specifically to look like Elvis.
Oh my.
And he was very good. I mean, that's
Drastic.
commitment. That is. It's very drastic.
It is a bit of commitment, isn't it? Especially if you got up one day and thought, I don't want to be Elvis anymore.
Exactly.
That could be interesting. About not being wanted to be Bear Grylls anymore. Right, I'm going to put on If It's Meant to Be by a now I've got to get this right because I'll be told off by my daughter. Beba Brexa, and it features Flo Rida. Flo Georgia Line. Oh, well, anyway, I'm going to put it on and I'm going to go and beat Matt up. So, you know, ring the police if you feel. Right, okay, then here we go. How long's this track?
Baby, lay on back and relax. Kick your pretty feet up on my dash. No need to go nowhere fast. Let's enjoy right here where we at. Who knows where this road is supposed to lead? We got nothing but time. As long as you right here next to me, everything's gonna be alright. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, ride with me. See where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be.
I don't mean to be so uptight, but my heart's been hurt a couple couple times by a couple guys that didn't treat me right. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie. Cause I'm tired of the fake love. Show me what you're made of. Boy, make me believe.
Whoa, hold up, girl, don't you know you're beautiful? And it's easy to see.
If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be.
So won't you ride with me, ride with me, see where this thing goes.
If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be.
So come on, ride with me, see where this thing goes. So come on, ride with me, baby, if it's meant to be. Maybe we do,
Maybe we don't,
maybe we will, maybe we won't. But
if it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be.
Sing it, baby.
If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be.
Let's go. So won't you ride with me, see where this thing goes.
If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be,
If it's meant to be,
it'll be,
it'll be.
baby, if it's meant to be,
If it's meant to be,
it'll be,
it'll be.
baby, if it's meant to be.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, folks. He's had me punching him. I do apologise. I'm sitting here with a boxing glove on me up. I don't know what to do with it. Oh, I tell you what, I was getting into that then. Apparently, I'm a natural. Oh, I've never done.
I survived that.
I did used to do weights years ago.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Good strength, yeah.
Yeah, I did do. I must confess that I am quite proud of the fact that I do actually have a figure for 55, because I haven't developed that treat. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Because I think sometimes I look at I sound a bit big-headed really, but I don't mean to. But I look at women who are on my age on the television, and I think, do I look like that? But I don't think I do.
Right.
Because I don't know what happens to some people when they get. Maybe it's the beer can and cigarette culture.
Could be. Yes. Yeah. I think it's as well. It's lots of people have never been introduced to physical activity in a way that they feel really good about. So they tend not to kind of really do it. You know.
Matt could see the muscles in my arms. That's quite scary.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, there you go. See, you are listening actually to a star. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, I can't see a thing without my glasses on. I thought the world was a bit blurred there for a minute. Right, I've got my contact lenses when I go out, Matt. I don't wear my glasses out. I try not to let people see me.
Get some glasses, apparently.
Oh.
Because I'm the only person in my family that doesn't wear them.
Yeah.
And it's got to the point now where apparently one of my eyes is gone.
Yeah, mine's my left eye.
Yeah, same here.
But try and hold off on them as long as you can, because they become this thing that you can't.
Yeah.
I've gone for these because when I started the radio, I had thicker arms on my glasses.
Right.
I've gone Kylie Minogue, folks. And when you've got your headphones on, they dig into your head.
Right.
So
yes,
I've gone for a thinner arm. There you go.
Right.
Oh, gosh. God, I can feel that. I can feel that on my arms already. I've only done about 2 seconds. Right, OK. What's happening at Hall Green Little Theatre, my second home? Well, at the moment, they're doing Alice in Wonderland, and I've got to say, it was done by the Youth Theatre, and they have actually sold out every night this week. Absolutely.
Wow, brilliant.
Last Friday, when I was on front of house,
Right.
we were turning people away from the door.
Wow.
And that, in all the times I've been involved there, I've never known the Youth Theatre sell out, and it was absolute. And I went to see it last night, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Oh, brilliant.
It's really, really, I was really proud of them all. Oh, my little diddlies. I was really proud. Anyway, so the next thing is the 9th to the 17th of November, there is Heroes, and it's set in a retired soldier's home, and it's adapted from a French play. Oh, Jean-Christophe Nouvel is back in the room. We met him the other week at the Food and Drink Festival.
Did you speak to him?
oh my gosh, I couldn't stop speaking to him. I don't know, it's the French accent.
Yeah, nice accent.
But it makes women's legs go wobbly. I was like, oh, my legs. Yeah, I went, Monsieur. I went, Monsieur, could we have an interview? He said, certainly, madame. And I went, oh, my knees went. I don't know what it was, but anyway, a very nice man. I think he likes the fake tan.
Oh,
I've
really?
got to say. And I wouldn't be convinced that his hair isn't naturally black now.
Oh, really? Sort of improbable purpley
But I think
black.
he would look quite nice, salt and pepper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have stylists. Lots of these sort of.
But somebody told me he was. Who was I speaking to? I was talking to somebody who'd met him before, and he was quite snappy. He wouldn't give interviews, and he was quite rude to people. And one of his children was really poorly.
Right.
I don't know what was wrong with them, but he was really poorly. And it made him realise how valuable life is. And he's quite happy to give interviews and do So it just goes to show, even when you're famous and you've got all that stuff going on. But what I noticed was he comes out and he's chef white and the scruffiest pair of trainers I've ever seen in my life. But I suppose if you're flicking batter everywhere, I suppose you have to sort of do something. Right, okay, so Matt and I have done the tickets. So what else is going on? Yes, it is the 3rd of November, 4:30 to 8:30 at Tudor Grange Park.
I do like a big firework display. It's
Yes.
gonna be good. Is it to music, I think?
Yes,
as well?
movie soundtrack special.
brilliant.
So that should be interesting.
That'd be great.
Because there's two of our friends who are actually in contact, who are the Round Table, and I think the other one is, what's the other one? The Lions. Is it the Lions?
Yeah.
I think it's them. Either way, I always get them two mixed up. They let us know about a lot of things that are going on.
Oh, brilliant.
And we get to get involved. So they've become really big fans of the station, to be fair. So that's why we get involved with a lot of things. Oh, it's nearly 10 to 7, Matt.
Wow.
No, 10 to 8, I'm even. I must have stopped. Don't know what I'm going to eat when I get in. Anyway, right, okay, so I've done the theatre. So we will, I think we're near the end now. All I need to do is tell you what's on Solihull Radio. So I'm going to play, talk about film soundtracks. I'm going to play a record that is actually in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Great film. Great soundtrack.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen
I love it.
Which song is it?
Come a Little Bit Closer. You know, the Spanish one.
Absolutely love that.
And the reason I'm playing it is because in the play, in one of my plays, Dick Barton, special agent, I was Spanish.
Oh, really?
And I had to say, look, girls, hey, customer. That's what I said. And it's been one of the lines that has stuck with everybody because apparently they only came to hear me go, customer. There you go. So I thought I'd play one of those.
This come a little bit closer. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, at the end there's a bit that sounds like La Bamba, and isn't there? I think someone ripped somebody off there. I'm sure they did because it sounds so close to La Bamba. There's a little bit in La Bamba that sounds very similar to the end of Come a Little Bit Closer, or
Yeah, right. Well, we'll listen to the end of that one then.
Interesting one.
We'll listen to the end of that one, and then
Great track.
we'll see what we think.
Right.
Here we go. Oh, a customer.
In a little cafe just the other side of the border, he was sitting there giving me looks that made my mouth water. So I started walking her way. She belonged to Batman Jose, and I knew, yes I knew I should leave when I heard her say, hey, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long. So we started to dance in my arms, she felt so inviting, and I just couldn't resist just a little kiss, so exciting. And I heard the guitar player say, vamos, Jose's on his way. And I knew, yes I knew I should run cafe was empty. Then I heard Jose say, man, you know you're in trouble plenty. So I dropped my drink from my hand, and through the window I ran. And as I rode away, I could hear her say to Jose, yeah, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long.
You were right, Matt. La Bamba. A customer.
I'm going to say, do you Spanish again?
Oh, that was. I'll tell you what. It was only because they said you look Spanish. Do I look Spanish?
Yeah, I see like olive skinned. Yeah, you can sort of see
Oh,
it.
it's because I haven't had a wash. Not really. Not really. Right, okay, so we're coming towards the end. So what's happening on Solihull Radio next week? You ask yourself. Oh, I do. Right, okay. Tomorrow in the morning we have Alex and his little show for the Diddleys, 8 till 10. I don't know why he gets up that early on a Sunday, but there you go. So Molly O'Brien, get those pyjama bottoms and your toast ready, my lovely. Because Matt, no, not Matt. Matt's sat here. Al will be on. Alex will be on with his show. Then in the afternoon we have Lee. Now Lee bought us a fantastic show last week. Secret show with UB40 at the Hera House in Kingsheath. So we had that going on, and Jake covered.
Yes, brilliant.
Yes, so we do some exciting things on Solihull Radio, I'd like to say.
That was good. Didn't he speak? He got an interview with the sax
Yes,
player.
Brian Travers.
Brill.
Yes. See, they are very brummy, but they've stayed close, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's a shame they've had this big split.
Yeah, that is a shame. I don't like it when they.
No,
it's a
I
shame.
don't like it, especially when they're brothers.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, but, things happen, so, we won't get involved in family disputes on the radio. Anyway, Monday morning we have Natalie between 7 and 9, and we have Duncan on the night with his American songbook between 6 and 8. Then, on Tuesday, we have the legal hour. Ooh, I don't know whether I should ever cover that again. I was traumatised. When they sit a solicitor in front of you and say, "Oh, well, ask me a question."
Rather
Ooh.
you than me. Yeah,
Yes.
I'd struggle with that.
Yeah, well, we had the legal hour. I survived, folks. But somebody else's turn next week, I feel. Anyway, I hope it did you proud, Jeff, because I know it was your show and we were just, trying to help cover. Right, okay. On Wednesday morning, we have Matt Edwards, who happens to be sat in the studio with his Wednesday workout.
Midweek workout.
His midweek
Music
workout.
to fuel your workouts. And,
Yes, so before you go to work, you put Matt on and you do a few laps of the kitchen. Punch the cat. Oh, no, don't punch the cat. Maybe not. No. And, generally get to work fit and well. And then on the night, we have Jake.
Jake's Rock Show.
Jake's Rock Show.
Brilliant.
With his hair.
Yeah.
And he's that's how we met Matt, as you heard earlier. Right, okay. And then on a Thursday, it's trendy Matt. The other Matt.
Oh,
Matt
yes, yeah.
O'Neill. He's got lovely eyebrows. You actually meet him.
Really?
Yeah. Very young, lovely looking lad. And he plays a lot of modern music. So he's my daughter likes his show.
Really?
Mm. He's very good. Then Friday morning we have Natalie back. Bless her. You two getting up early in the morning. I had my... I'm in the shower at 6:45 thinking, I wish I was still home at early. Right, okay, so we have Natalie back on, and then, don't know what to say, Friday night, my mate Reeves is on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, with his bad jokes, quizzes, crisp £20 notes, and anything else that he can throw at you. Facts of life. Well, not facts of life, I mean facts of life. Not like the birds and the bees. No. Right, okay. And then on Saturday in the morning, we have Nick at 10 till 11. Then we have Josh in the afternoon, 3 till 5. And then you've got me again. Sorry, but I am back. So...
Awesome week.
I know, what a good week.
We
I'll tell you what,
Bit of everything.
we have. And then we've got a black tie do on Thursday.
Oh, yes, I've heard about this.
Yes, so I've got my little black dress out. My LBD is out of the wardrobe, looking at me. I'm thinking, what shoes should I wear? These decisions. See, you men, you just go in the shower, shave, wherever.
Yep, if that.
You've got a little bit of a beard going on there, I can see. I've shaved mine off tonight. Anyway, then you stand at the bottom of the stairs going, are you ready, Raquel? Yeah, that's it. And we're up there thinking, well, we've got to look our best. It's not easy being a woman in a man's world, I tell you. Anyway, so, yes, we've got that going on. So that should be nice. I'm quite looking forward to that. I shall have to do something with my hair. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe a victory roll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. There, anyway. So, what was I going to say? Thank you for coming on my show,
Absolute
Matt.
pleasure. Thanks very much for having us.
I had this little idea about getting the various presenters on to just have a chat and we'll get to know them. And Matt's started the proverbial ball rolling. So when the rest of you are ready, let me know. And we'll have somebody else on. Right, I am going to leave you now with a song called I Wasn't Expecting That by Jamie Lawson. And the reason I'm playing this song is because not long after I lost Sean, this song came on and it actually said everything that I was feeling at the time. Oh, I've gone all blocked up now. Feeling at the time, and every time I hear it, it doesn't bring back sad memories. It did at the time, but it doesn't. It just brings back that feeling that it's basically my life in a song after I'd lost him. So, what I'm going to say to you is, I have been me. Thank you for letting me into your lives, your hearts and your home. Look after yourselves all week, and I will see you again next week. Take care. It's been a joy. Here we go.
It was only a smile, but my heart it went wild. I wasn't expecting that. Just a delicate kiss anyone could have missed. I wasn't expecting that. Did I misread the sign? Your hand slipped into mine. I wasn't expecting that. You spent the night in my bed. You woke up and you said, well, I wasn't expecting that. I thought love wasn't meant to last. I thought you were just passing through. If I ever get the nerve to ask, what did I get right to deserve somebody like you? I wasn't expecting that. It was only a word, it was almost misheard. I wasn't expecting that. But it came without fear. A month turned into a year. I wasn't expecting that. I thought love wasn't meant to last. Honey, I thought you were just passing through. If I ever get the nerve to ask, what did I get right to deserve somebody like you? I wasn't expecting that. Oh, isn't it strange how life can be changed in the flicker of the sweetest smile? We were married in spring. You know I wouldn't change a thing without that innocent kiss. What a life I'd have missed if you'd not took a chance on a little romance when I wasn't expecting that. Time doesn't take long. 3 kids up and gone. I wasn't expecting that. When the nurses they came, said it's come back again, I wasn't expecting that. Then you closed your eyes, you took my heart by surprise. I wasn't expecting that.